walking on a path that doesn't make sense, but it feels right. So I guess it's the right path to be walking on. I wanted to take another path because it would take me home, or at least back to the campsite where I'm staying currently. But it feels good to be in the sun. And the other path was a bit dark. Anyway, I came to film this because I wanted to share an insight that I had early this morning, and it is really about writing your own stories. And I saw myself as a child creating a narrative, creating a story that I wish to experience. So it is as if you are writing your own book, a story with experiences that you want to have, or that you think it's cool or fun, and then you're going to walk into your own written story and be the main character that's going to have all this experience. In my case, I wrote a story with a lot of suffering because somehow I seem to be willing to experience that. So I wrote the story with the suffering and the drama, and then I became the main character in that story and I experienced all this. I guess from a soul's perspective, it's quite interesting because your soul, there is no judgment in right and wrong or good or bad. There's just experiences, and your soul wants to know how something feels. How would this experience feel? How would it be to experience that? So your soul writes a story and then goes and live it, so it knows what it feels like. And last night I realized, or this morning, I don't know, time is a little bit all over the place, but at some point I realized that for me it's time to now let go of these old stories. And that can be a little bit challenging, or it can feel a little bit challenging, because I was so good in being the main character of that story that I identified myself now with the person that is experiencing all this. So I think it's who I am. I forgot I'm this soul that can create limitless experiences, but now I think I am this suffering character. I'm addicted to the story, to the persona, to the character, to the suffering somehow. And it feels like failing to let go of the story, and maybe also like dying. And it's true, because in letting go of this story becomes full circle and the character dies, because there is no need anymore for the character to live, because this character that I've created is experiencing this story. I don't know if I still make any sense. It's so clear in my heart, it's so crystal clear, but then to put it in understandable words might be a little bit more challenging. Anyway, it's time to close old books and to accept that you've written this story, and to feel the joy actually of being able to create these stories and to experience all the experiences you wanted to have. And then to say, you know what, it was a wonderful story, thank you, but I've made it till the final page. And it's time to close the book. And it's time to go back to creation and to create a whole new story. So to let go of the old personas, of the old characters, to release also, because the other thing that I felt was a big thank you to all the other characters that were willing to perform the roles that I needed in order to have my experiences. Like I have written this play, and they were willing to take up roles, different roles, so I could experience what I wished to experience. So it's beautiful to honor all the actors and then to just close the book. And I can really feel how the old story is leaving at the back of my body, is really leaving my body. The stress, the suffering, the attachments, the fear, everything is, I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. There is pure joy in this. There is no fear, no shame, no guilt. It was just a story. And it's time to close the book. And it's time to let it go, and it's time to remember who you truly are, beyond the character that you have become. You know, beyond that suffering being, or that, the character. It's really just a character. So, anyway, that's how it felt for me. And thought it's interesting to share maybe. Just because I think many times we're told to create your own reality, you're writing your own book, blah blah. So it's things that I have known, I've heard, but now I could really feel it. I could really experience it, and it was quite fascinating. So back to the nothingness, back to my soul, back to the infinite joy that I actually am, releasing all the suffering that I am not, that was just experiences that I as a soul like to have, but it's not who I am. So it's safe to let go of who I have become, to think that I was or that I am, and to discover the truth underneath all of that, and to return to the truth of my being, which is an infinite creator. And it's time to create something new. So, much love. 555 I saw as I finished. So, beautiful. Time for change. Bye guys.